Robbie! Mo! Power Link! This isn't right. Is it, Bumblebee? I don't think this is how this is supposed to go. What are you kids talking about? You got it right the first time, just like me and Twitch over here. If you say so. Hello and welcome to anyone and everyone who's decided to watch this video. Today, we are reviewing and looking over the Transformers Earthspark Cyber Combiner, Bumblebee with Mo Malto, and Twitch with Robbie Malto. And these are basically the return of Transformers Energon as it always should have been. Because we've been getting this kind of combination idea before with the crash combiners and stuff, but they were very, very simplified. And these are almost exactly the Energon combination, and maybe even, dare I say, a little bit better than the Energon toys, which is cool to say that we finally got this great gimmick idea back after literally 20 years. And I know when these were first announced, everyone was like, why does Mo come with Bumblebee? Why not Thrash? Mo's partner is Thrash. First off, Thrash is a motorcycle. I think it would have just been really hard to make this gimmick work with him. Second, I'm just gonna say it, Thrash is not a good character. I really don't like him. I find him very annoying, whereas I find Twitch great. He was so annoying that he made me really worried when we got 3 new Terrans that they weren't going to be good at all, only for them to turn out to be really good, and it being that no, it's just that Thrash is not good. Anyway, let's look at these toys, and we're going to start with the Cybertronians because they have alt modes, whereas the kids do not. And let's start with Bumblebee. It is the Bumblebee car from Earthspark, and this guy feels the most Energon-y. He really feels like Energon Hotshot, and it's not just because he's yellow and is a car, though in vehicle mode, that is mostly where the similarities with Hotshot begin and end. But we'll see the Hotshot similarities more when we put him into robot mode, which is actually fairly easy. These things have very easy transformations and practically similar transformations, which is probably why they work so well. And like I said, a little bit better than the Energon figures do. Even though I do love me some TF Energon. Hang on. It's hard to get this thing gripped when you got gloves on. There we go. And here is Bumblebee, and yeah, this is where he really starts to look like Energon Hotshot, just in his shape, his build. Admittedly, he does not have the whole front of the car hanging off here, and interesting how well this is staying in, because usually this is a spring-loaded piece, and we'll get to it more when we get to the combination, but on my Bumblebee, this stays in when he's in vehicle mode, not when he is in robot or legs mode. I'm shocked it is staying in so well right now, so I'm not going to risk it. And you know, he's a pretty basic figure. They all articulate the same. Hips, knees. They got in and outs. They got elbows. They got ball joints. No head movement, no waist movement. Yeah, no waist. And I would have liked thigh rotation. That I'm normally not an articulation nut, but I do think these figures, especially the 2 Terrans, would have benefited from thigh rotation. But yeah, there's Bumblebee. He's a really good Bumblebee. I really like him. He might, as an individual figure, he might be my favorite of the 4. And now let's look at Twitch, and it's her drone mode. It's very compromised here compared to the deluxe and stuff, she has a cockpit here. This is hiding the head for the combined robot, because they gave the combined robots individual heads this time instead of just using the regular robot ones like in Energon. And it's kind of fun seeing her like this. It makes me fine with how different her vehicle mode is, because it's like a different Twitch from a different continuity. And of course her propellers are on ball joints. These can also move. That's more meant for her transformation, which, as we can see, is about like this. This is the most different thing between all the figures, is this vehicle mode transformation, since Bumblebee and Twitch have vehicle modes and the others do not. Especially this part here with the legs, the knees. I'm glad that that works as well as it does. Fold down the feet, and you can actually tab. She doesn't really need this for robot mode, does she? We can actually, maybe she does. This is really the only time she's ever going to use those tabs. But yeah, you can tab her VTOLs in, and we have a very blocky, very tall Twitch, because of course she's supposed to be like this, all compared to Bumblebee, but instead they are the same size. Okay, she's like a millimeter smaller, but yeah. And you know, she looks like Twitch. Her head does feel a bit tiny, but she looks like Twitch. Twitch has an awesome design. She's easily my favorite part of Earthspark. Her and Nightshade. Nightshade's pretty good. I like Twitch a little bit more, though I like the design. She's orange, so little kid me would have loved it, because young me loved orange. I'm starting to get it back around to it, but I don't think it's going to reclaim its throne from purple. But I definitely like me some orange. And here we have the two robots, and they're looking really good, really nice. Very simple robots that turn into very simple vehicles, but nice made Transformers toys. And now we gotta talk about the humans they came with. Let's start with Mo. And yeah, the crotches seem to have a hard time sticking together, although Bumblebee and Twitch right now are sticking together pretty well. Oh, and she comes with a sword. It can plug into the back of her wings. It doesn't really stay in that well. See? It's just not holding together the best. And you can kind of see her human face inside this translucent dome. It's very, very hard to see, which is probably because they didn't want you to be able to see that there's no body here on these extra windows on the chest. Because, of course, you're going to need to put the head down in there for the combinations and stuff. These don't have vehicle modes, by the way, if you didn't know, because they kind of look like they do with the wings, and that one has treads for feet. But she's got this big old sword. Oop, hang on. She's got a big sword. Definitely looks better with a combined robot than an individual. But, you know, she's got it. She can go swoosh, 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 swooshy, swooshy, swoosh. Ha! Take that, Twitch. You know, all the fun stuff. She's very lanky. She's definitely the thinnest of the group. But, you know, she's nice. I do like the designs of these mechs, actually. Although one thing we gotta bring in and point out, because Robbie is very asymmetrical, as you can see with his arms and legs. Whereas Mo, she has different shoulder pads, like you can see, but the rest of it is exactly the same. And I'm like, well, then why make the shoulder pads different? Also, like, we don't know what these are. Are these going to be in the show? Oh, Robbie has the same problem. Oh. Let's keep that hidden. But, yes, Same problem with not sticking together the best with that part. Like the tab just doesn't want to go in for them, which is upsetting. And Robbie has this big cannon, which is nice. I like, much like how Bumblebee is my preferred of the two robots, Robbie is my preferred of the two humans. I just like him a little bit more. He's a little more chunky. I like playing around with the big cannon more. I like his little tread feet. I can believe him just being like... Plus his, as you were seeing, his storage point works a lot better. It's not falling out like that sword is. But, you know, that's the figures as individuals. We gotta show off the proper gimmick. That has not happened before. I clearly pulled that down too far. That's more my own fault than the toy, but as you can see, it goes right back on. So let's do this. This is very simple. Just fold in the arms back, and there's tabs next to that weapon port that can go into the black parts. And he's got these extra feet that go on underneath his tread feet. And if we... That's basically all we're going to do for right now. And if we bring in Twitch and put the head in, we gotta... oh, I also didn't point out, Twitch also has another peg right here that she can put her VTOLs in if you want her having them like that in robot mode instead. But again, for this mode, we gotta fold the arm up and put the 5mm port on her fans into her hands, and we're gonna put them like this for now. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna point them like that. Same on this side. I mean, you can really do whatever you want with them, I guess. We're going to slot in these black pegs, and now they're becoming really tall. Are they too tall for the camera? No, they're not. And we're gonna pry apart the crunch, and there we go. We have made a giant Transformers Energon styled combiner of Twitch and Robbie, and it looks awesome because it is awesome. And of course you can give Robbie's gun to it, which obviously looks better on the combined robot because it's a big robot with a big gun. Although that said, with the exception of Bumblebee, none of them have an arm that's fully long enough for the cannon. Like you see, it's bumping into the bicep. That is also the thigh. And because it's true Transformers Energon fashion, we can fold the legs back up. Pop down the feetsies. And like Robbie, she's got support feet that come out of the back of her legs. And if we fold in Robbie's support feet and also fold in his regular feet, now Robbie can be the pilot. And of course, for this one, the head is hollow in the back, so it's fully painted, so there's no human head in there, which is a little bit upsetting, but it's still cool. It's cool to just have the Energon gimmick back, and I guess Robbie can actually hold his cannon pretty well in the combined form too, which is good. It's just, we'll see it later, but I do think Bumblebee is the best upper torso of all four of them. But, you know, we're getting ahead. It's so cool to just have the Energon gimmick back. It's really cool. And since we keep talking about Bumblebee, let's see him. We're gonna make him into feet, and we can already see Bumblebee has a little bit different of a combination. I think Bumblebee is the best upper torso, but we're about to see that I actually think he's the worst lower torso, because look at these feet. Look at those feet. Also, his arms have slots that tab into here. And this has not come loose on video. That is so weird. It's been coming loose all day ever since I got him out of packaging. But now that I'm filming him, it's working just fine. And let's get Mo in here. Put the head in. Her wings are a little bit of a problem. Well, hang on. Let's just slot her arms into the side. Oh, you stand back. Slot her arms in. See, there's a tab. And because you see the wings are on these hinges and they can't pop off of these, it's just fine. They'll go back on. They could break over time because they're translucent, but they do a lot of times get in the way. You can rotate them. If you fold them behind the arms, they're going to pop out, which upsets me. I wish they were just behind the arms properly. But we're going to put the feet up, since right now she's going to be the upper torso, so we don't need the combined feet. And voila, we have another human Cybertronian combination. And that looks nice. It doesn't look as good as this one, because I think Bumblebee is not the best set of legs. But it still looks pretty good. You can have her hold the sword two ways, like this, like a movieverse sword, or like this, which for this toy I think is more fun. And I actually like the visor for the head a little bit more than on Robbie. Oh, she's not plugged in all the way. With that little V crest, it's a little bit more dynamic. And of course, we gotta flip them around. And there we go. Obviously, it'll be easier to do this when you're not wearing gloves like I do. Get Bumblebee back in here. Bumblebee, Mo, Power Link! Just like Energon. And of course you're going to want to keep the feet up for, well, the default Bumblebee feet. And here we go. And that's that. I think this Bumblebee torso is just so cool looking. Even if he's got these big mess of arms, it just looks like he can just bash people in. Of course, it looks weird on these tiny, minuscule legs. Super thin legs. Like, this is a guy who don't skip leg. No, he does. All he does is skip leg day. I also love the look of him with the battle mask. I didn't really bring up Twitch's battle mask. Well, let's just quickly this is odd. Let's just look at the combined Twitch face, since I didn't really bring that up. It's like Twitch with a VR headset and some Optimus Prime antennas. It's pretty cool. That said, because these are the way the toys are packaged, the way I have them combined now, but honestly, I think you're better off swapping who's combined with who. So let's get you into a set of legs again. I am going to use this as a tool to get his feet out, because his feet do lock in pretty well. And I will not be able to do it manually when wearing gloves. Because, see, it already looks so much better here since these two are both really bulky. This might actually be intentional, making them look better with the other's pack-in partner, to really get you to buy both. Who do we want to be the torso here? We'll let it be Mo. And there we go. I feel like I haven't been speaking with enough energy in this video, because I really like these toys. These are really fun. This is the most fun I've had out of the entirety of the Earthspark brand, from the toys to the TV show. I really don't think I'm selling it well enough with my speaking patterns here. But, like, these are really cool toys. Really fun. I wish we had gotten these sooner, since how long have we been getting, like, that Crash Combiner stuff? That is just a lesser version of this gimmick. And I hope so much that we get more of this, whether it's Earthspark or not. Because we did get that leak list for a bunch of character 2-packs that aren't really associated with media, and it's definitely not Earthspark toys, because most of them are characters that aren't in Earthspark. And if those are just this gimmick, done with more G1 designs, then that's fine. If we get more Earthspark designs in this style, that's fine, because these are great toys. Great toys just to play with. And I wish we got more stuff like this with Transformers. And I was about to end the video and I just realized I didn't bring up why I want these guys to have a rotation at the thighs. They look like they do, but that's just because it's actually this rotation for the shoulders, and the crotches ain't sticking together as well as I wish they do. That is a big flaw with these toys, that the crotches don't stay together. But admittedly, I'd rather have them be loose like this than super tight, because then it'd be really hard to transform them. And the reason I want a thigh rotation is because with the Maltos, this isn't really a problem with Twitch or Bumblebee, but with the Maltos, as you can see, they're kind of like bow-legged, like their legs go inward, and admittedly, because the crotch doesn't stay together, that isn't as much of a problem. But it's like either they have broken legs or that. Well, their legs aren't really broken, they're bowed, but even still. Even still, these are great toys. A little bit pricey, because everything's pricey nowadays, and it's really a pain. But especially because, I mean, like, they're good on their own, but they're so much better together. Because, like I said, I think the boys, Bumblebee and Robbie, look better together, and the girls look better together. But they look really good with each other. Like, whoever you use, whoever you want, and just swapping them around. And I want more to swap around. I want a gigantic line of this, just like we got with Energon. Maybe even include some bad guys in it, because Energon never did that. Energon made this gimmick Autobots only, you know what I'm saying? And I want this line to continue, because it's great, it's awesome, it's cool. This is really fun, and I want more fun with my Transformers toys. And I want more toys like these. They can be Earthspark, they can be G1, they can be for Transformers 1, the new movie. Just give us more. I want more of this. I want more of this. Okay. And now I'm rambling on too much. The point is, they're good toys. And if you want them, you should definitely pick them up. Okay. That's going to be all. Thanks for watching, and see you guys around.